Hey everybody, and Tony here with a review of the Deutsche Oper Berlin Symphony Concert with Donald Runnicles on the podium alongside the orchestra of the Deutsche Oper Berlin and the wonderful spinto soprano Michaela Kaune as tonight's soloist with works by Joseph Haydn, Richard Strauss, and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. The concert began with Joseph Haydn's Symphony number 101 in D flat, die Uhr, known in English as the clock, and I felt like it was definitely a great start to what was going to be a scintillating concert. I really love how Maestro Runnicles pays close attention to the text, to every single note, and to how he masters it all throughout. I felt like he really knew that this was going to be a great start to what was going to be a very awesome concert. Moving down the line, we have the closing monologue of Countess Madeleine from Richard Strauss's second to the last opera, Capriccio, sung wonderfully by Madame Michaela Kaune. I have yet to see this opera in its entirety, but once I do, you can be sure that I will definitely make a review out of whatever production this opera will be featured in. When Michaela Kaune came on stage, she was so full of confidence, fearlessness, and elegance. I was just totally glued to my seat of just how much she was able to embody this character. Not only was she Countess Madeleine in this specific moment, but she lived this moment. She lived every single moment that she utters, and you really feel it. She embodied Countess Madeleine very well, even though this was just doing her final monologue. Over the years, we have seen Madame Kaune specialize initially in all of the wonderful roles for a full lyric soprano, before gradually moving up to the more mature spinto soprano roles. Her technique is of the highest order. Her stage presence is commanding, charming, and has an elegance that few other sopranos can ever compare to. And most of all, I really love her musicianship and her overall dedication to her craft, the hard work that she's put in, and the diligence that she continues to put in every single thing she does, whether they be concerts, opera productions, anything. I have to give my hat off to Madame Kaune for giving such a masterful performance of the Countess's final monologue of Richard Strauss's second to the last opera, Capriccio. The concert wrapped up with Mozart's Symphony number 40 in G natural. And what really made this special for me was the first movement, the one that goes da-da-dum 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 dum da-da-dum 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 da da-da-dum 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 da da-da-dum 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 da da-da-da-da-da-da-da da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da la. Yes, that really brings a lot of fond memories to me because I first heard this movement in particular ever since I was a baby. My maternal grandma introduced me to this alongside my parents, and I have grown up with this music and it has become a part of my life. And to really hear this played felt like a huge nostalgia trip for me, alongside the other movements of this particular symphony. So I'm not going to mince words here. This was outstanding. All the men and women of the orchestra of the Deutsche Oper Berlin really played to the finest of their abilities. Madame Michaela Kaune really was masterful in her final monologue, and a huge kudos has to go to Maestro Donald Runnicles for bringing everything together. Everyone was excellent. Everyone really gave it their all, and I have to really give them huge kudos and a lot of praise for what was an excellent concert. And if you haven't seen any of the symphony concerts of the Deutsche Oper Berlin yet, I highly suggest that you go ahead and watch them, because these guys are very masterful at what they've done. Everything they have done tonight is certainly a reflection of what they've been doing back then and what they'll be doing in the future. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in on Thursday with my review of Jean-Philippe Rameau's Castor et Pollux at the Komische Oper Berlin. So until then, good night everybody, and a huge shout out to Donald Runnicles, Michaela Kaune, and all the fine men and women of the Deutsche Oper Berlin's orchestra. You guys were fabulous. You guys really pulled it together, and here's hoping to a lot more awesome engagements. Take care, everybody.